and starting up the channel. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could do a little Q&A on frequently asked questions I got when I was pregnant and I still get now. We just wanted to say a really big thank you for all the support on starting up this YouTube channel and on my first video. I was so excited to see that you guys actually liked the content that I want to create in the future and my first video, and so I'll keep up the work. This is like, used to be No, I won't eat it anymore.
I wasn't giving it to you.
Oh. So the first question we have is from Maddie Hunter _ and she asked, how did you come up with the name Brooklyn? So I was absolutely stuck on the name Maze, short for Mazikeen. It was from a Netflix series, Lucifer. Ryan, not so much of a big fan. A lot of people didn't actually like the name, but it was more important that Ryan and I agreed on the same name for our baby. So Maze was off the table. I only really let that one go though because Ryan said in the future when we have more pets, I can name one of them Maze. So I said, okay, deal. Did you just look at the camera?
Yeah.
Don't do that. So one night Ryan and I were sitting in bed watching TV and an ad came up. I can't remember what the ad was for. Can you?
No, I cannot.
And it said something like blah, 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 blah. Brooklyn, blah blah blah, and as like cliche or like cringy as it sounds, we both kind of looked at each other and I was like, what if we name her Brooklyn? And he agreed, and because there was no other names that we both liked, so we thought of other names before, but none that were kind of a little bit more unique. We didn't know anyone named Brooklyn. We still don't, apart from the baby. So Brooklyn was definitely the one that we wanted to go with. The question I have is from... So the next question we have is from Charlie Klein, and she asked, were your parents supportive? So I moved out of my dad's house when I was 15 and I haven't had contact with my mum since I can remember. So my parents weren't involved. I was living with my half-brother's dad at the time. So he was my guardian, and after I told him, he was very shocked. He didn't know what to say. He was thinking, you know, what are we going to do? You know, you're so young, you're pregnant. But after talking for a while, calming down, yes, he was very supportive, which was a big relief. I don't know how I could have, I don't know how I would have handled it if he wasn't supportive. So, yeah. So Ryan told his mum a little bit later on. You were at school.
Yeah, I was in like the student services area. I was way too nervous to tell mum because I didn't know how she would react. So I ended up just seeing if one of the people down there that helps the students could tell her, and she reacted how any other parent would react, I guess. I don't know why I was so nervous, but yeah.
You didn't even get that. So we've had to change locations for the meantime. That's fine though. Okay. So the next question is from Jess_cross43, and she asked, how did you and Ryan feel when you saw Brooklyn for the first time? We were absolutely in love with her. It's so hard to describe how you feel when you first see your baby. like for the first time ever, after you've just gone through labor and the 9 months of growing her and talking about her and what your family is going to be like. It's so hard to describe that moment when you finally have her in your arms. Yeah, absolutely in love, so happy. Just you can't really put it into words though, how you feel. Ryan almost cried. I didn't. I felt so bad after not crying. The next question we have is from Jamila.macd, and she asked, did you have a favourite stage of pregnancy? Probably when she first started kicking, just knowing that she was there and that she was moving, and you just feel really connected to her when she starts kicking and trying to crawl under your ribs and stick her butt out one side of your tummy.
We for sure thought that she was going to be a daddy's girl, because I'd be at work all day and, you know, I'd get home and as soon as I'd say something or talk to her, she'd just start kicking again.
But sometimes when you would go to feel, she'd stop kicking. So
she could hear my voice though.
I mean, who really knows, right? The next question is from Warm Sunflower, and she asked, did you lose friends? I have a pretty small friendship group. I feel like everywhere I've kind of gone, I've always had a smaller friendship group. So I think if I had a larger one, I definitely would have lost more friends. But Ryan and I didn't tell a lot of people. We only told our closest friends and family. So we definitely didn't lose friends over it. They were really supportive, helpful. They've met her, they ask about her, they look after her sometimes for us when we need to do something. So no, we didn't lose friends. I feel like we've become closer with some friends because we had Brooklyn and they have come over to see her and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're a PG-13 channel.
Yeah, you gotta be. So the next question is, if you could change one thing about how people view young mums, what would it be? I have a very large opinion on this. I think there's a big stereotype around young mums and young parents in general. I think if I could change one thing, it would be, your age doesn't determine how well you're going to parent, full stop. And I know Ryan and I have both set higher goals for our future because we want to do better for Brooklyn. Our parenting skills are really good. And we're not immature people.
All the time.
All the time. We're not immature all the time.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes. So the next question is, if she was the opposite gender, what would you have called her? Ryan was more in charge of thinking of boys' names, and he came up with the name Cade. So the next question was, if she was the opposite gender, what would we have called her? So Ryan was more in charge of boy names and I was more in charge of girl names, and he came up with the name Cade. I thought it was going to be Kade.
It would have been Cayde.
I agreed on that name as well. So I think that is what would have been her name if she was a boy, unless we came up with something different.
Which I don't think we could have.
So the last question we have here is from Zoe_Emsley, and she asked, did you ever consider abortion or adoption? So pretty much the answer to that is no. When we found out, our first thoughts weren't, are we going to go through with this or not? It was more of how we were going to parent her together, how we were going to co-parent. We weren't living in the same house at the time, we weren't living together or anything, so that was more of our focus. We thought, you know, this is happening now, so we're going to do this now and we're going to have our own little family, and we wouldn't change a thing. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
And here we are with our little family, and Toby, he's passed out.
He's asleep. I don't want them to think that we knocked him. Alright, you can lift Fortnite now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe so I know to create some more content, and maybe let me know what you guys want to see next. I really want to do a going to school video, but with restrictions at the moment, schools have been closed, or my school program has anyway. So I was thinking a morning routine or a night routine. But let me know if you guys have any ideas. Till next time, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Say bye-bye. 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 Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So we might go put her down for a nap. Please put her